Hello, happy Cannes, everyone. Cannes 2025. We're at Sports Beach, coming to you live. I'm Pele Cortizo-Burgess from Assembly. I'm here with Rick Corteville, the executive lead, global media COE for Lenovo. Rick, thank you so much for making the time to spend with us today. I've got a few questions for you that we can cover. The first one, I guess, just to get things started, is if you can share your role at Lenovo.
So I run our Global Media Center of Excellence. Our team is focused on just bringing on more digital media and marketing expertise within the four walls of Lenovo. So we're about 4 years old now, but we've been building the team over that time, and we're now across every geography.
Oh, that's great. What's keeping you energized about the media landscape and marketing landscape as well, especially as you're building this team?
Yeah, I think in our space, there's always something new to learn, and that's what gets me out of bed every day. One of the things that we do with Assembly is build testing roadmaps across all of the geographies, and that's a great way of us just harnessing all the trends that are happening, and that we can really prioritize them and make sure that with every campaign that we're doing, there's that learning agenda as part of us achieving those overall KPIs.
Yeah. You know, harnessing the trends, interpreting them into signals that you can action, and then creating a learning agenda from it is critical and one of the key skill sets for a marketer for today. It's no wonder then that you've been described as a pie-shaped marketer, which is equal parts creative storytelling and, as I know firsthand, also equal part driven strategist with data. How has that approach shaped the way that you lead within Lenovo?
Yeah, I think data fuels creativity, and I think that being able to build an overall process and ecosystem where we can really understand how our campaigns are performing, understanding that data, optimizing those campaigns, that spawns so many new ideas around how you can run that next campaign and really execute something that has either never been done before or just drafting off of success that we've seen in another geography. So that element of how we can harness that data to fuel that new thinking, that innovation, is something that I try to bring to the COE.
So cool. Has it been easy or challenging?
Well, it's been fun regardless. Yeah, not every test we run works, but that's okay. We want to fail fast. We think that if we can be an innovative, nimble digital marketer, that we're going to be able to stay at pace and even usurp our competition. And so with that comes that openness to change and just being able to poke and prod at the different trends that we're seeing and just try to learn at the end of the day.
And seeing you or witnessing you and your team create that environment where that happens has been really exciting. So bravo on that. We talk about, being world famous for brand experience, for making brands perform, and that the insight in that is the better the experience, the better the brand performance. And when we look at some of the successes that you and your team have achieved, you've made global sponsorship moves recently, from F1 to becoming the official technology partner for FIFA.
Yep.
Congratulations. When you reflect on those partnerships, how do you see it driving both brand trust, brand growth, and brand experience for Lenovo?
Yeah, I think that's a really good question. At Lenovo, our core overall tagline or mantra is smarter technology for all. And with all the craziness going on in the world, sport is one of those things that I think really just unites and brings people together. And that's something that we're trying to really dovetail into both our overall tagline and how we execute technology for people, but really pay off these sport overall partnerships, because at the end of the day, both F1 and FIFA are clients of Lenovo. And so if we can showcase what we're doing for these companies as we're talking to other IT decision makers to say, hey, if we can do this for the most technologically advanced sport in the world or the most popular sport in the world, then we can do this for your company, regardless of whether you're a small business, mid-market, or enterprise company. And so that the unification and being able to pay that off with technology and to tell that story is something that we're really focused on as part of these overall partnerships.
Oh wow, that's super exciting, and to hear you break it down like that, it's a powerful piece to see happen. it's no surprise media continues to evolve so quickly, whether it's retail media networks or immersive experiences at live events. When you look at what's happening, what platforms, what signals, what trends are you personally keeping a close eye on?
Yeah, I think you can't throw a stick without hearing AI mentioned. So we're really looking to harness that in three main ways, from the creative production side to the media targeting side to the optimization and reporting side. And so really breaking those components down into how we then test and learn from AI has been really fulfilling. Also, just the disruption in the whole search landscape is something that I think is really interesting as well. It's not being done in mass overnight, but when you look at how users are changing their overall search behavior and that they're going to places like ChatGPT or even other platforms like Amazon and TikTok to start gathering and making their purchase decisions, or just gathering information about a topic overall, it lends a lot of ideation around how we can better syndicate our content and get in front of that customer when they're going down that overall path of making that overall decision. So that's been another one that I've been really interested in terms of exploring and learning more.
Very good, very good. This is year 3 of Sports Beach, and one of the exciting parts of this is that it stands for the fusion of sport, creativity, technology. How do you see, and you touched on it already, but so maybe we can go a little deeper in terms of how you see these worlds converging in Lenovo's marketing strategy today. And of course, as you're sharing that, is there, recent activations or ideas that you're especially proud of that you can share?
Yeah, I think tapping into that sense of community is something that I think is one that we should definitely look to pay off as part of what we're doing on the sports side or just in general. One of the things that we worked on with Assembly in our last fiscal year that was really exciting was that we've been doing a lot of work with Reddit, and we saw the amount of traffic that was going to Reddit from people's search sessions. So we worked with Reddit to get approval to use the Reddit name in our paid search ads to drive traffic into Lenovo Legion communities. That's our gaming line, where these people were already talking favorably about our overall products around Legion. And so the hypothesis there was like being able to tap into those communities that are already fans of Legion, and that would end up educating that customer or that prospect even more so than us pushing them to a landing page. And the results have been phenomenal. Like the click-through rates off of those ads are 2x what we were seeing before. And so to be able to kind of work with both Assembly and a partner like Reddit to bring just an idea to life like that in a never been done before type of way is a lot of fun. And it's really tapping into those communities at the end of the day that are really passionate about something, whether it be sport or gaming or whatnot.
I can feel that energy and that passion as you're creating that response and sharing that with me. So it's very palpable. Cannes Lion, it's the barometer for where creativity and marketing culture is heading. What are you hoping to take away from the festival this year? And when you reflect on that, what are you thinking that you will apply to Lenovo's approach moving forward?
Yeah, I think being able to get exposed to the amount of creativity that's here is just really awe-inspiring, and it sparks all that ideation around how we can weave some of these things into our testing roadmaps that I had touched on before. So I think inspiration is something I'm definitely looking to come away with, but also overall case studies or use cases around AI overall. And we've been executing that. It's gone from the philosophical stage to the actual execution, where we have specific use cases and case studies now of how we're using AI, whether it's working with a company like SeedTag to target and drive more contextual relevance for like an F1 campaign where we're trying to reach IT decision makers that are interested in the sport, to the creative side where we're working with a partner like Teads, where they've developed an AI creative lab that predicts where attention is going to be focused on an ad so we can pre-optimize it before it even goes live. And so we've had all these great areas of progress around implementing AI, but I know that there's more to learn because it's such early days. So I think the more that I can draft off of what I'm hearing, what other companies and marketers are doing, that we can then bring into the testing roadmap, I think that was another area that I really want to take away.
That's great. That's great. You've been generous with your time, and I know that your schedule is probably jam-packed. So, making sure we get you out of here and in time for your next session. I wonder, in closing, if I could ask you, if you had to name one conversation that the industry isn't having enough of right now, what would it be?
That's a really good question. I think one area that I think we need to continue to improve around is just data fidelity overall. There's so much data floating around there, whether it's from CTV campaigns that one is running to like all the data that we're generating from our overall marketing efforts across both online and traditional channels, that just getting that house in order so you can properly analyze and make decisions is something that I don't hear enough of, because I think a lot of marketers struggle with that. So that's something that I'm trying to ask people about and learn more about as well. But that's an area that I think, we as an industry can do a better job on too.
And that's echoing yesterday's panel, which was moderated by Rick Akampura, our global CEO, who talked about, the theme on that was decoding signals. And his opening was how there was an evolution from data to signals, and the importance of that. So hearing you talk about that importance is key, amplifying it. I want to say thank you so much for making time. We wish you an incredible rest of time in summer 2025 from Sports Beach here in Cannes. Thank you.